Wouldn't you just love to see the people that voice the Scooby Gang interact with the Scooby Gang? Well, it's happened. Not once, but twice. And I will be reviewing both of these episodes, Scooby Doo Valentine and A Hunt of a Thousand Voices. Before we get started, I'd like to shout out the creator that sparked this idea, Scooby-topia. He's done a bunch of videos on topics from the series, like every single time Blue Falcon and the Scooby Gang interacted in Paris episodes, and like the Loch Ness monsters. After watching A Hunt of a Thousand Voices for the third time, and then watching a bunch of those videos, I was like, this would be a great video to make. So let's get back to it, shall we? First with What's New, Scooby-Doo's episode, a Scooby Doo Valentine. Episode starts off with the gang driving home on Valentine's Day. They drive by Lover's Lane. The couple at Lover's Lane get attacked by a man. Roll the intro. At the boys' house, or whatever, for some reason the boys are living together and Velma and Daphne are living together. Don't know why. That's never brought up. The mailman drops by and gives them
all your mail. I've been holding it for you. Oh, and these? Just got them today.
The boys read the cards.
Everywhere I look, I'm reminded of you. I see the moonlight in your eyes. Love, your secret admirer.
And then the same thing happens to the girls. But this time, the mailman falls in love with Velma.
Town's been talking about nothing else for the past 2 weeks.
Except for the disappearances at Lover's Lane, right?
Well, should have known you'd be right on top of things, Velma. What with you being so smart and all.
Right.
The gang arrive at Lover's Lane and run into some friendly faces. Or not so friendly faces. The girl that was attacked screams and says,
It's them! They're the ones that attacked us last night!
And they meet J.C. Saze, which is Shaggy's old girlfriend's new boyfriend. They all meet up at the girl's house and analyze the substance found at Lover's Lane. Man arrives again, getting signatures and gives them more. Gang read the letters.
Of you day and night. One glance your way makes my heart take flight.
Now that you've finally come back home, I can't stand the thought of being alone. Meet me at midnight at Love, your secret admirer.
They talk about what to do next.
Lover's Lane? That can't be a coincidence.
You think our secret admirer has something to do with the disappearances? Well, there's only one way to find out.
Go to the movies and hope everything turns out okay? No.
They go to Lover's Lane and they split up. But then there's a shadowy figure of a Shaggy. Shaggy, Scooby, and Velma get chased by themselves, and Fred and Daphne find another letter confessing to the kidnappings with their signatures. The trio run into the duo. They stand up and are surprised by the ex-girlfriend and the cop. The gang get locked up and interrogated. Velma gets an idea.
Look, I've got a plan.
To prove their innocence, letting them off the hook for 5 hours at least. At Lover's Lane, the trap is set with Daphne, Fred in the van, and Shaggy and Scooby close by, but Scooby isn't happy. The doppelgangers attack. They activate the chase scene and song. And after that, Velma and the cop see that they're in the spot, and so they activate a log that hits them down a hill into the net. And they pull off Scooby's masks, and it's J.C. Saze. And then he explains it. And J.C. was jealous of Shaggy and wanted to frame him for doing something. And then they pull off the masks of everyone else. Grey Delisle, Leslie, Frank Welker, Casey Kasem, and Minnie Cohen. Daphne freaks out.
You're saying I was played by an extra?
And the kidnapped teens were at a party. And when all the teens come in and pile on JC, Daphne complains some more. And
This sure has been an interesting Valentine's Day. If by interesting you mean crummy, then yes, I agree. An extra. Huh. Was Sarah Michelle Gellar too busy?
And that's her live action actor. A good final a good final episode for what's new. Wish we had more references to their actors besides their faces and a one-off line about their live-action actor. Now, the actors didn't do much in this episode, but this next one is Guess Who, so the celebrities are a main factor of it. A Hunt of 1,000 Voices. Episode starts off with Frank Welker setting up the studio, but then he gets a ring at the door. Before he goes, Redbeard's ghost tries swiping him. He opens the door saying to see a package around. He takes the package inside, and the corner is the creeper. The intro rolls. After the intro, we catch up to the gang with Shaggy and Scooby, really excited to see these voice acting celebrities. The gang get to the house and meet Frank Welker. After some doorbell fun, Frank tries his best to explain voice acting. Then Matthew Lillard appears, and Shaggy falls head over heels for him. Matthew Lillard does a very expressive way of voice acting.
And you try to swat them away, and then suddenly the floor is made of lava. And then you get across it without getting burned. You have to jump on the furniture, and then you have to stay on the floor, right? And then you end up accidentally on the floor and it's hot lava, and you start melting, and you're like, it's lava! It's lava!
They head inside and admire the Redbeard painting that's been there since 1969, when the very first episode ever that came out. Scooby and Shaggy get scared by the painting and run into the gang. When they try explaining what happened, Frank gets taken. In the studio, the gang see the package as they go to open it. Kate McCucci pops out and tells us,
I don't know if you guys know it, but this whole day is a pretty big deal. All 4 of us actors are going to be in the same room at the same time. That almost never happens. Can you believe it?
Kate then gets a call from Grade Lyle in traffic, but the traffic's going the wrong way, which we'll find out later. Matthew then runs running in away from Captain Cutler's ghost. They all run into the closet. There they see someone was tied up. They leave the closet when Charlie the robot swipes Kate and runs. Matthew rolls a fire extinguisher, having Charlie let go of Kate, and rolls outside. Gray shows up and Frank finds the gang. The actors get ready to record, but the lights go out. The lights come back on, Kate missing. But the creeper appears. They run away into the hallway, chase scene.
How much it means to me to do a job creating dreams.
After that, they try again. Frank gives the gang sound effect lessons, and Frank takes some Scooby sound lessons from Scooby. After a commercial break, gang are in chairs, being bait for the monsters by being the actors voicing their actors.
Hi, dude. My name's Matt Lillard. I love acting and helping others and rolling multi-sided dice. I have the heart of a paladin and the wisdom of a mage.
All the monsters enter the recording room when a rope being pulled by a plane driven by Scooby takes off. Scooby loses control of the plane, but then Charlie the robot helps him out and lands the plane. And then they get to the unmaskings. Daphne unmasks Captain Cutler, being Gray. Velma unmasks the Creeper, being Kate. Shaggy unmasks Redbeard, being Matthew Lillard. Fred questions about Charlie.
Oh, the phone, which means the man flying the plane dressed up as Charlie the robot.
And then Scooby unmasks Charlie, being Frank. Motivation: Gray wanted to...
And just once I wanted to play the role that Matt plays. I wanted to be the goofball knucklehead, the one who doesn't have to do anything serious.
Frank wanted to...
I wanted to be the smart one who solves the clues and explains it all in the end.
Kate wanted to...
And just once, I wanted to play the role that Gray plays. I wanted to be the suave, sweet, but strong female lead that has it all together and keeps it all together.
Matthew wanted...
Well, for me, just once, I wanted to be Frank Welker. I wanted to do all the crazy animal sounds and stuff that he does, because that guy is amazing.
They all go back to the recording booth and record. The gang watch as the actors read off and sound exactly like the gang with catchphrases.
Hold the phone!
Jeepers, jinkies.
Yoinks!
Uh-oh.
Then Frank and Scooby end the episode.
Slowly, doggy dog. Thank Frank Welker for everything.
Best episode of Guess Who by far. It's got the voice acting centric part of it. It's got characteristics like Matthew Lillard playing D&D. I didn't even mention that in the review, but you mentioned that. You can go watch the episode and mention it in the episode. He plays D&D, and he's like, "Whoa, that was a weird role," or whatever. Like, and then her singing, her being Gray being on her phone the whole time, Frank Welker doing voices. He's doing all the voices. Like, he makes all the voices. He does the monster sounds. Like, he's a good guy. And then the gang trying to be the actors, but the actors are being the gang trying to be the actors, but the actors are actually, so you would have to act like Shaggy trying to be yourself. Like, that's weird. Now, there may or may not be another one that I missed. If you guys haven't already, please go check out Scooby-topia. He does a lot of Scooby-Doo content. He has a lot of Scooby-Doo videos that I didn't even mention here. He did a whole thing for Scooptober. Sorry that I did watch Trick or Treat Scooby-Doo. I'm just gonna say, it's not the best movie. It's not that good. Didn't really like it. That's why there's no reaction video. I also was gonna get it a physical form, but I couldn't find it at my stores, so I never got the DVD, but I bought it on my YouTube, watched it. I did react to it, I did record it, but I just couldn't get the footage for it. I mean, I could have set it up here on my TV, but I didn't want to watch it a second time because that's how bad it is. But it's still a good Halloween movie, I guess. It's a good family movie, but it's not the best Scooby-Doo movie. I mean, the animation style really hits me, and so that's why I didn't like it as much, because of the art style, but alright guys, hope you guys like this video. If you guys did, please leave a big like down below, and if you guys haven't already, please go check out Scooby-topia for all of his Scooby-Doo content like this. Then subscribe underneath him and check out one of these two videos that are on the screen right now. Peace.